This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Mr. Roberto, and the All-Star break is over, and the Jays' push for the playoff begins tonight against the Giants. The Jays enter the second half of the season in a strange place compared to years past, and that is first in the division. Their lead over the Yankees is just 2 games, and Boston is right behind them 3 games at a first. San Fran is also a strong opponent to open up against. They're currently a half game out of a very competitive NL wildcard race. But the Jays have been tough to beat at home, as they're currently riding a 7-game winning streak at the Dome. Now, we mentioned it a few times lately, but the one guy who really could have used the All-Star break was Vladdy, as his numbers have been downright ugly in July. .238 average, only 2 extra base hits, no home runs, and just 2 RBI. Yeah, this guy could have really used that break. Listen, I realize I've been a little hard on Vladdy leading up to this All-Star break, but last year he went off post-All-Star break, so let's do it again. Time now for our favorite segment on yours at We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
Let's start with something we absolutely love, and that's nighttime volleyball. On water, with cool lighting. And I realize how niche a description that is, but just wait till you see the video. There's no way they dive on this, right? Okay, we need to see more. Look at all the people standing around watching this. This should be in the Olympics. Okay, I know I've said this line before, but this time I really mean it. This is maybe the worst gender reveal in the history of gender reveals. Wait, maybe it's actually the best, because really, the wife deserved a little bit of a blue face for that horrendous toss. That was one of the worst tosses I've ever seen. You gotta just lay it up, babe. Too much pressure to perform for these, eh? Now, Jennifer, our guy Davis Sanchez, great to see you, Chezzy.
Good to see you.
Okay, Davis, according to an ESPN poll made up of NFL executives, coaches, and scouts, they have Patrick Mahomes once again ranked as the #1 QB in the NFL. If you were polled, who's your 1, who's your 2, and how close is it between them?
Yeah, the key for this poll for me is currently the #1 quarterback in the NFL. If we look at career accomplishments, Patrick Mahomes is the runaway #1 if we're talking about guys active right now. But I'm going to go exactly, Maurice, with what the voters voted last year, and that's Josh Allen as the league's MVP, and Lamar Jackson was first-team All-NFL. That doesn't take away anything from Patrick Mahomes and his greatness when it counts, his greatness in the biggest moments. But if I look at today's NFL and I need a quarterback to win a game right now, and all the people that have witnessed the greatness of Patrick Mahomes, don't be bothered by this, but simply Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson have tools right now that can win you games by themselves. When they need to make plays against defensive linemen in the NFL right now who are as athletic, as big, as fast as they are, they can make plays off script, and I believe they could also make the same plays and the same throws that Patrick Mahomes can make. So if I'm taking a quarterback, I take Josh Allen #1, I take Lamar Jackson #2 entering the 25 season.
I feel like you're on the right path. It should be Allen. It should be Lamar. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. It's cool. I trust you, man. Jalen Hurts, the Super Bowl MVP, was #9 on the list. Is this even justified?
Recency bias, Marissa. Think about it. Go back to 3/4 of the way through the season, halfway through the season, and A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts' #1 receiver, he was having a hard time and being frustrated because Jalen couldn't even throw him an out route. That's how bad Jalen was playing at times. And that's not to take away. Jalen Hurts is a champion. And in the biggest game of the year, he was awesome. Did everything he needed to do to carry that team to win the Super Bowl. But if you're looking at outstanding quarterback play, Jalen Hurts would not be in my top 10. There's no chance. But I'll tell you who should be, and that is the young quarterback in Green Bay, Jordan Love. Think about it. I know we don't live in the world of hypotheticals, but if you were to put Jordan Love behind that Eagles offense, he would be slicing and dicing. So, look, again, I love what Jalen Hurts did. I would put Jordan Love at least in that 10 spot. He's got to be in the top 10. As talented as he is, as much as he does in the passing game for that Packers team, I'm not leaving the young phenom Jordan Love out of the top 10. No chance.
Wow, not even in your top 10? Chezzy, I'm shocked. You and I were both at that Super Bowl. We saw him cook. Okay, I will continue to trust you. Time now for the CFL Preview, powered by FanDuel. Week 7 continues this weekend, starting tonight with the Stamps and Bombers. The Bombers come into this one as slight favorites. But if you look at the numbers, it feels like the Stamps should be getting more respect. Calgary just beat Winnipeg 2 weeks ago at home, a game that wasn't even close. And coming into tonight's game, Stamps quarterback Vernon Adams Jr. has been slinging it, as he's put up more than 600 yards and 5 touchdowns over his last 2 games, which means we're taking a look at his passing props. The yards are 280.5 and the touchdowns are 1.5. On Saturday, we got another West Division showdown between the Lions and my Riders. While the Riders won the first meeting between the two in Week 4, it was Jeremiah Mazzoli under center for BC and not Nathan Rourke. And since Rourke has returned from injury 2 weeks ago, he's been stuffed in the stat sheet, averaging right around 350 yards in the air. And with no signs of him slowing down, the over on his passing yards seems like a nice bet, but the line is high. Saturday's game will also be played at BC Place, where the Lions have won 3 of their last 4. So with the way Rourke's been playing with BC at home, we like the Lions. Be sure to tune into TSN all weekend for CFL action. We've got the 2 games we just mentioned, plus Sunday night it's Ottawa and the Ticats. Now joined by our guy Tim Harady, who's in the paddock at the Honda Indy Toronto. Great to see you, Tim.
Hey Marissa, how's it going? Thanks so much for having me, really appreciate it.
Whoa, what the heck? We appreciate you. Okay, Tim, you know we love a good paddock, so give us a tour of what you're seeing.
Yeah, so I am down in the paddock at the moment. Actually, I can swing my camera around and show you. This is Alex Palou, who's the championship leader right now. They're actually doing a tech inspection on his car right now, right in front of us. You can see that right here, the yellow DHL car. You can see them taking apart some of the bodywork. You can see the marshal over here measuring some of the wing end plates, making sure everything is within specification. But yeah, that's just some of the stuff that's happening right down here in the paddock today.
Wow, that was a quick on the fly. He did well. Okay, Tim, in your opinion, what's the biggest storyline heading into this race?
Yeah, the biggest story has to be Alex Palou. Championship leader, like I had mentioned before. He has won 7 of the last 12 IndyCar races. He's been on an absolute tear this season. It's something I haven't seen since the days of when I was racing back in 05 and 06 in the Champ Car Atlantics Championship, where Sebastian Bourdais, who at the time was racing in Champ Car, he was absolutely destroying everybody. So Marissa, I haven't seen anything this dominant or this impressive in IndyCar probably since then. So it's really impressive to see what he's doing, considering that all of these cars are pretty much the same. It's not like Formula One where you build your car and the team builds your car. Everybody gets the same car. The only thing that's different are the engine manufacturers, which we have 2 of them here in IndyCar. But aside from that, nothing really else except from the driver that's making the difference.
That's actually a nice little need-to-know information, Tim. Love it. Tim Harady, an absolute pleasure as always.
All right, thanks very much for having me, Marissa. Really appreciate it. Thanks to producer Chris as well.
You can watch the Ontario Honda Dealers Indy Toronto this Sunday on TSN. Coverage begins at 12 Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And quite honestly, you better watch because this race is messing up traffic in the entire city even more than it is, okay? You don't know what it's like. You don't understand. I tell my Western Canadian friends all the time, they don't have to have traffic snacks. They don't even know what that's about. I roll with traffic snacks. It's mayhem here. That's it for me today. See you back here Monday. Have a good one.